peace, and divine bliss, all who come to and are guided to this message of the Most High, of our Earth Mother and her channel, allowing us to tap into her frequency so that we can harmonize with her. So that way our dreams can be amplified and be in harmony with the people and the planet of all there is, and also the self. Because when we're in harmony with the people, the planet around us, we are inevitably in harmony with ourselves. So, like there is an ecosystem within our body, there is an ecosystem within the earth. What I mean by an ecosystem in our body is when we feed our body, we're either feeding a bad environment, an ecosystem to thrive, or a good ecosystem of bacteria, essentially, bacteria and viruses that are within the cellular makeup naturally. So just like we feed our body either good nutrients or bad nutrients, which either feeds the good microbes or good or bad microbes in the body, in the temple that we reside in, we do the same to the earth. So with that being said, things like meat, dairy, pharmaceuticals, all things chemically made, synthetically made, sugar, salts, all of it, oils, in the form of high heated oils for the body is what I mean. And for the earth and harmony, the ecosystem, when you put in a carcass of meat, it attracts in bad pests and things that will create not a good environment, essentially, for plants and life to grow. So same thing with dairy and salts and sugars and flours, things that are man-made, essentially synthetic chemicals. For example, pharmaceuticals, all chemical waste that gets dumped into the earth, not only through their leftover waste, but from our waste, because essentially they are using us from the petroleum bases that they extract these things from, and they utilize us to essentially decompose these things, and we pollute the water with the pharmaceutical waste, essentially, that we omit from our bodies, because our bodies don't need it. We are trying, when it goes into the body, it's just suppressing whatever the symptom is, and not actually getting to the heart. It's just giving you a relief. And in that moment, in that suppression, it is causing a lot of work. The suppression that is going on in the body is because it's causing so much work to the digestive tract. Everything in the body is no longer focused on giving you the pain and inflammation, because it's focused on fighting this foreign object in your body and getting it out of your body. So when you are peeing this out or excreting it out, you are putting this waste back into the environment, because it goes into the pipelines and goes back into the waterways and so on and so forth. So when we are doing these things to our body that are unharmonious, that are masking the problem, essentially masking the symptom, saying, okay, I don't want to feel this, how can I make this feeling go away? But then this feeling comes back, and then you got to take another pharmaceutical, as the feeling comes back, and it's never going to go away because you just keep taking more and more pharmaceuticals. But then it's like, at some point there's going to be a stop. There's going to be like, hold up, this doesn't make sense anymore, because I understand that this cycle doesn't cause me any good, in the sense that this pharmaceutical is masking my actual symptom, whereas this symptom is a bodily reaction, a normal, God-given bodily reaction to the toxins of meat, dairy, sugars, salts, man-made products, oils that are cooked at a high temperature. So that's where I'm getting at that point. Going into the harmony, how we harmonize this information with our dreams. When we clear our body vessel, when we clear this body vessel of all toxins, we free ourselves of all habitual learned consumption patterns that no longer serve self, people, or the planet, because it is masking the actual problem. And then it keeps people in the state where they are numb and can work for someone else in the way that you're a part of someone else's creation. You're being receptive to whatever comes to your way, instead of opening yourself up to what you want, calling in what you want, and saying that this is what I deserve, and clearing yourself out. Like how you cleanse the walls and the floors of your home, your bathroom, cleansing your organs out so that way you can make way for the waters. For the waters to come, the receptivity, which is the waters, which is tomorrow. Oh, I love this conversation. Thank you, Mama Earth. Thank you, Mama Earth. And I wanted to now go into this segue of the earth frequency and tapping into her. And it is so easy to tap into her naturally just by going out in nature. I mean, do we really even have to go over ways to tap into earth frequency? Going to the beach, going to the woods, just going and putting your feet on the ground, soaking in the outside realm. Even if you are wherever you are, you can just walk outside and enjoy the environment, enjoy the earth that you are taking up, that you are experiencing, and analyze your world and express the joy for all the good things and everything working out for you, and like express this gratitude out in the earth frequency. And talk to her when you're doing your gardening. Talk to her, say, Earth, how can I help you? How can I help your land? How can I nourish you? How can I learn your ways? How can I communicate to you? How can I utilize this communication line to communicate this voice that you give to me to others? And how can I help spread this message? So on and so forth. So it's really tapping into the earth frequency is so endless. I can go on and on probably for days. And that goes into the mycelial universe that you connected to, whether you are understanding of that through knowledge that you've already received, or you just went through the meditation and you really felt that connection to the mycelial universe. So I want to break that down to you. Essentially, mycelium is, you can think of it as the roots of a plant, but it's the roots of mushrooms, and they're the great builders and decomposers of earth, which are our great ancestors, and they know who we are because they come up to kiss our feet every time we walk. It knows everything about us. It knows the intelligence because it has its own intelligence. It's the largest structure on earth, and it's one cell. Mycelium is made of one cell. It's a one cell structure that expands upon thousands and thousands and thousands of acres. So these mycelial mats all over the world, the universe, are our connective points to reach this frequency of earth. And when we can understand this mycelial universe and this connection that we always have to her, we can dive deeper into that connection. And I want to keep it really short, sweet, simple, and to the point. And with that, I invite you to just look into some other experts in this field that I have personally really indulged in so much, and they have so much content out on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Paul Stamets and Elaine Ingham, and they are honestly amazing. Paul Stamets, the book How Mushrooms Can Save the World, Running Mycelium, amazing. And Elaine Ingham, all of her work is just divine. She is the founder of the Soil Food Web, and it is the concept of the ecosystem of Earth, essentially, which is a very simple yet in-depth conversation, which I invite you to dive deeper into. So enjoy that and have a beautiful day.